When it comes to production design, Neil really has to start from scratch and determine what is the world that our movie takes place in, and what are these different sets supposed to do. And Neil really knows his game. He's an excellent craftsman and artist, and it's the finest production design I've ever had a chance to work with.
There are over 100 sets and locations, and some are just a street corner in New York, and some are entire streets. There were 10 major sets, enormous big sets.
We had a deli that we built from scratch, into which a car is thrown, crashes through the front wall, and crashes all the way through the building into the kitchen.
Ox Laboratory at the beginning of the movie is a very organized and clean space, and the pier, which he creates for himself later, is a maniacal, decaying, decrepit space.
It's got a dilapidated feel, which is kind of interesting because it's sort of that same slightly twisted world into which this character, who is also slightly twisted, inserts himself.
It's a ramshackle, wrecked pier warehouse. It's about 60 feet by 120 feet by about 40 feet tall. It's probably ended up being about 15 weeks of building. And it was about 50 drawings to design the pier. We made a 3/4 to an inch scale model before we built this set. It's about 7 feet long and 4 feet wide. And we did that so that we would know how to build such a giant set. It's not only been built here in full scale, but we're building a miniature interior and exterior.
We're shooting a miniature, which is a very complex shot. It has a lot of aspects to it that have taken a lot of time, a lot of design, a lot of forethought in creating. We're in the inside of the miniature, and I would say in total on this set with everyone we have probably close to 100 people. The actual production itself was 10 to 12 weeks. The entire front structure of the wall of this miniature implodes, and the side columns come down, tin and windows and so forth come in as well. So what you see are all these wires. They're wires attached to many, many areas of the front surface and the side surfaces. The idea of this is that all these pieces come into this Ock machine.
All these wires are connected to the objects inside the warehouse, and when our ratchet goes, it'll pull everything in the warehouse.
We also have multiple cameras on this. This is the kind of event you only do once. You want to capture it in many different ways.